Welcome. Wow, 10 of you. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I am going to, hi everyone. I'm going to grab a few things still while others are jumping on, and I will be here shortly. And I think I bit off more than I could chew, so um, I'm starting from here, and it's way busy, so I'm going to be taking out some of these lines um, so that it's not so crazy looking. And I'm gonna dumb it down a little bit so it's, less crazy for me. Anywho, this is just part of the image. I didn't get, all the outsides, but that is it. Isn't that pretty? That's what I'm going to be looking at. It's technically not the exact same one, but it's close. Anyways, like I said, I can't find my whole kit from the unicorn thing, so I'm missing some of the stuff I wanted to play with, which is kind of sad because, I wanted like the snowflakes and all those things to put in my snowflake spot. So I did find 2 snowflake stickers, but they're kind of huge, Anyways, I think I saw one on the floor in my foil room, so I'm going to go grab it. I'll be right back. Woohoo, not the ones I thought, but I found these. Yay, these have like the big old snowflakes in it. So, whew, saved by the tchotchkes again. So before you start a project like this, you kind of want to map it out, see what you're going to put where. I'm all about shortcuts on things like this. Like I don't want to sit there and paint all that. I'm not about all that. I don't have patience. That's how I came to be. Me, patience, not even in the same vocabulary. So for the little ones, I think I'm going to swap out like a star or, whatever else is in here that I could find that's representative-ish. Oh, gosh, there we go. Already, right? So, yeah. Put that on there. Okay. Ooh, look at that pretty rose. See, so many beautiful, fun things we can play with in here. It would have been cool if it would have fallen, right into a tray or something. But no, that's like 5 inches away and I could have grabbed it. One of these, smart. Don't be me. Welcome to the live, y'all. This is Wanda and all her scatteredness. Thank you guys if you were here earlier today. Well, not here, but Facebook earlier today, checking out the presentation of the Valentine's Day kits. If you saw that, yay. If you didn't, get over there and look because they're going fast. I mean fast. I even got to stop and like take a count because I don't actually know where we're at. It could be gone. Not all of them. I know a lot of the watercolors left, but the kits, they're flying. Why is this not? Okay, forget it. They're going to just live here with us tonight, okay? Sorry about that. Somewhere I have my lint roller right here in this vicinity. But you always got to keep a lint roller on hand for those kind of accidents. Look at that. Boom, done. And then you can just pick off what you want when you want it. Yep. Shortcuts. Shortcuts. Are you guys ready? So I'm going to be using the Faux lead liner because I don't have the Santa Boots black. I have the dimensional black. They're just a tad different. They're not a huge amount different. The Santa Boots black is a stencil paste or a stencil whip. So it's a bit thicker. And I wanted to work with that, but because I think they're interchangeable. I don't think I know it. I made it. Hello. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Oh, hello, my friends. Who all is on here? Wow. Hi, guys. Okay, so I'm going to start by, like I said, taking off some of the lines here. And I'm just going to use a brush like this because this is wax basically that transfers from carbon paper. And now I have some static really causing me some grief here. Because it will just wipe right off with your fingers. So you don't want to be rubbing, you know, touching it much. But I'm trying to get it to a place where you can kind of see. So there's too much going on in here, right? I wasn't sure what I was looking at when I was doing it. So I just put it all in there. But so I'm going to take out like all these little additional pieces that I really don't want to see because I'm going to make this whole section. Can you guys see? No. Huh? I'm going to make this whole section a color. And then I'll probably use a pen or something like that with some darker color and pull it through. Because glossy shots, the satin shots, and the unicorn elixirs all blend fabulously. So it's really easy to do. Okay, I'm going to switch over to, this works, but it's going to take a lifetime. I'm going to switch over to the trusty cotton swab and the wooden cotton swab so that we can do this in record time. So I was going to trace this with you, but it took me 4 hours. So, oh, I'm so glad I didn't try to tackle that on live. So I'm basically just looking for opportunities to take out some of these wax lines. Though the satin shots, or glossy shots, satin shots, and unicorn elixirs do cover them quite nicely. I think I might leave these. Maybe not. Okay. So the wax comes from the carbon graphite transfer paper. When you buy it from, I buy mine from Amazon. Also, I wanted to say tonight, you guys, I love you so much and thank you so much when you guys give me tips, but I want to hold on those tonight because like this is way too detailed and I don't know that I'm going to be able to deal with the starting and stopping because this stuff dries super fast and you don't want to, you know, mess that part up. So thank you. We'll catch up later. Anyways, this is what it looks like when you get it. And it's, I think it comes with 50 or 100 sheets and you just take out a piece and you take your image, which I sized up and down and around and then finally came out right. And you cut them together as close as you can. Like I got mine too close to the edges. You want to leave a bit around the edges so that you're not trying to trace right on the edge of the paper like a dork like me. Anywho, once you get it together, you tape it down where you want it. Make sure it's very secure or you're going to end up with this, which I left there on purpose so you can see the boo-boos. See that? It's because my paper was moving around. I had it pinned down too. It just, I don't know. I moved it or something. So we are Actually, I think it's just missing the outer line. Oh, I see what's up. So I need to... I think there's one more line out. You know what? I'm going to take that off. We're going to skip that one. That's what it was. There was another line out there. I may skip the inside one too, because all these little tight lines, that's not going to happen. Not on stained glass stuff anyway. See here how my fingers kind of took off the stuff? So I'm just going to take out this inner part. Hopefully I can do these lines. I'm pretty shaky, gonna be honest, so I haven't done this in a while either, so we're gonna see how this goes. This is gonna be a long one. There is just absolutely no way I'm gonna finish this in one go. I'm pretty positive of that. All right, so this is, like I said, gonna take a few here for me to get rid of the portions that then you know what, we're gonna go with it. This is, see, I don't even have patience for that. And then this slide's gonna drive me crazy because there's a glare on the thingy. Okay, that's better. Okay, so also the cones, if you want to, you can work from a squeeze tube with a needle tip on it like this, okay? Or you can work from a cone, which is my preferred application because it's smaller, and I don't know how I can control it better, but my hands do get really, really, really tired in either case, so I'm going to wear these weird gloves. I don't know if they're going to help, but they've been helping with packing and stuff, so can put these on. And actually, I'm just going to use the one on one hand. So I'm using the, like I said, the faux lead color tonight, and I had some left over, so I'm actually just using what was left in my cone, but I will show you how to wrap a cone so that you can put your color into it. So you want to take pretty much any piece of like cellophane-ish plastic, or even potato chip bag, or some sort of firm enough plastic, not like saran wrap, but you know, like packaging material, like the bags that we send your stuff in, these things. Please don't fall on the floor. These kind of bags, perfect. Perfect cones, okay? Then you want about this, I think it's like a 5x7 pretty much, okay? And then you take the long side and fold it into 1/3 of the portion. So if you were to split this into thirds, 1, 2, 3, then fold on the first third, okay, right there, basically like that. And then you twist under, pinch, grab here again, twist, 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 put your thumb in there, grab the tail, and you're going to keep turning it, but you got to hold on to that tail, okay? Now here you have a big opening, so all you got to do is pull, and that tightens it up. And then if you're, just move it in and out to wherever you're comfortable with with your cone. If you need a bigger one or a smaller one, and if you need to start over, don't, it's not, you know, until you use it, it's not game over. Okay, and then you want to tape that tail. I just grab a piece of tape and put it like that. And notice I'm pinching so I don't lose my grip. Put your thumb back in there, hold here, and then twirl until the tape kind of catches like that. And then you're basically going to smooth it out. You don't want any wrinkles there because it really messes things up. Then I like to seal up the top part too because it causes me grief right here. This tail, sometimes the paint squeezes out of it. So I'll put a piece of tape there too. And this is where I always make a boo-boo. I always get a wrinkle there, but it's not so much a problem up here as it is there. So then you take your, whatever you're going to use, and you pop that down like that in there, and then you squeeze about a teaspoon in there, depending on what your product, like this is probably going to take 6 bottles, but maybe not. You don't want to do too much, and if you do have too much, make sure that you secure it somehow. You can just leave it, and it will get this dry plug in it, which is fine. But I prefer this so it keeps, so I can actually use the tube again, you know. It keeps my tube tip clean, clear, and it's easy to maneuver. So that is how you make a tube. And I'll probably be using this one too later. Let me scroll my comments are out of whack. Wowie. How many parchment cones have I rolled? Are you talking to me? Parchment. Not, or someone asking Deborah, right over her cake decorating career. Right, Deborah? That's me too. I'm like, no, piping cones, or, you know, the bags, piping bags. That's what I use. That's what I use here to fill up bottles, and I have a manipulated... Yeah, that's a... You know what that is? What's that stuff called? The tapioca big old boba, whatever, straw. With duct tape. Oh. Yep. Because the small ones, I can't get the glitter through. So... And the bigger metal ones are just a pain in the butt. So, I know, thank you whoever did it, but I'm not doing the bell tonight, so I'm going to say thank you ahead of time. I can't concentrate on this one. Love you guys. How did I prep it? Okay, I used the carbon graphite and traced it onto there. Oh, you mean before that? Nothing. Well, because I'm using glossy shots and satin shots and unicorn elixirs, which are the same thing, just different pigments in them. Satin shots have more of a powder pigment in them, so it makes them more matte. So they're not matte, but they're not high gloss either, so they're more satin when they dry. Unicorn elixirs are glossy shots with like super metallic, expensive pigments in them. So that's why they're called elixirs. And then glossy shots are the basic colors without any shimmer in them. So I'm going to be using all of that because there's a lot of color going on here. You didn't know if I was looking. Hi, Connie, Trina, Deborah. Who else is on here? I can't even see how many people are on. What is the pink hand? Oh my gosh. This tonight I am using dimensional outliner in faux lead. I don't have a label on mine, but it would look like this and it would say FAUX faux lead. I don't know if I have it in the store. I was getting low before the sale, but it may be in there. Connie and Connie. Hi, Connie. Craven. Okay. I'm going to put my pen over here because You know I'm going to be needing that. So you want to go very slow, because sometimes, and don't do it over your, there we go. So we got a little bead there. Ah, dropping stuff everywhere. So basically you want it to be very maneuverable like that. You want to be able to kind of write with it without a lot of pressure. Okay. Here we go, you guys. Wish me luck. Oh, I gotta cut off these strings or they're gonna cause me issues. Good enough. Oh, I wish that glare wasn't there. I got a glare, you guys probably don't, but you know what? Maybe I need some grip on the back of my tile. We'll see how this goes. Where's my wedges? This one might work better. No. Okay, nothing, forget it. I don't know where to start. Alright, I guess I'm going to start left to right since I'm right-handed. I don't want to make a mess. Definitely work on your opposite side than what you work on. Ooh, yeah, I'm shaky. So with stained glass, for me, I kind of like the bumpier look of lead. So I'm not too particular about it being all like, I'm particular about it being kind of in a line, but not like as far as it being uniform, like straight, perfect. You know what I mean? I'm not all about that. Anyways, I also work better dragging than pulling. So I'm going to drag and turn. I cannot see. This is gonna be a disaster. No stress here tonight. So hopefully this dries enough that I get to start, you know, some color. I am so shaky. I don't remember when the last time I did a frame was like this. Do you guys? I want to say like the dragonfly a couple years ago. I'm going to thicken this up. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to do the rope look. That's so much easier. Okay, so the rope look is kind of a dot pull, and it really is forgiving. So kind of let a bead down and pull, and it kind of just gives it like a little bit of a braided look or rope. Or like wrought iron twist, you know. But it's really fast and works really good on things you need to thicken up. Can you see that? Okay. Messy. And probably second most important thing is to make sure all of your connections are secured, because once you go to put in your color in there, if they aren't, it'll leak through and contaminate the space next to it. Okay, you also want to have like paper towels or something handy to clean the gunk off the tip of the cone. And if you like yours tall, you can go back for a second and third layer on top if you want like a lot of depth. I like it. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Pat. And Jennifer. You can see all my girls. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. Yeah, I'm ignoring you. This is going to be oh gosh, heavy concentration night. But worth it. I love doing these projects. They are the most rewarding to me because glossy shots they're magic, you know. You don't have to do a lot of work, really. Once you get this part done, this is the hardest part. Once you get your liner down. Glossy shots and that whole faux line is super cool. Doing a little bit of beading down there. Hey, Kelly. You made it. Yay, girl. Dab, dab, dab. What even is that from? All right, I'm just going to put some notches in here because I can't remember where they were. Or I don't even think I even put them in there. Looks good. I don't think it matters. It's the idea of, oh yeah, and on these things, you guys, fingerprints. So after everything dries really, really good, before you seal it, go around and try to get off your fingerprints. And if there's fingerprints where you're going to put the glossy shots on, try to get them off because they will show under there because glossy shots are transparent. If you use satin shots, you're good. Good to go. hand's already aching. Remember, I'm doing it on purpose. So. Yeah, no, got a little thick there. Okay, once you need to, you can push down another one and then tape. I didn't show you how to close it, but okay, I think I'm gonna leave this open because I should have left two sides, like this whole thing off. And I'm gonna start working in here. If you don't give yourself a space, then you'll be spreading, you know, you have to wait until it dries if you locked yourself out. And that's frustrating. Or you have to work from the top, and that's just exhausting. So I really, really love Landman. I know I've said that before, but we're caught up, and now we have to wait for the next episodes to come out. Hi, Christine. Yep, that is dimensional. Oh, show. Cones to me are like so much easier than anything else. As long as you get your tip right. I mean, you can make them too big quickly. And if you do and it doesn't work, make a new cone, drop this in it, and then squeeze it into the new cone. is a thicker one, so I'm going to do it with the rope. Remember to make sure all of your little, whatever they are closed. All of your, right here, that one's open. You want to make sure it's connected. Also, whoops, I should have put down the snowflake. Okay, I'm going to pop this in there. I don't know. What I don't want is to put the faux lead under it, you know, because then it won't lay down the way I want it to. I'm going to get my tweezers in a bit and take it back out so that we can paint, but yep, I do little tiny sections at a time. For me, that's way easier than trying to do like long wispy whatevers. And they don't have to be perfect. If you don't like a line, turn it into a rope. That's how I roll. Thank you. Thanks, Jen. Hi, Rachel. Oh, Billy Bob is amazing. I need to watch Goliath. I wish they were different sizes, but I think okay, that one will live there-ish. Oh, joy. Hi, Sandy. You guys get to watch me freak out. Now I want to sing that song. Aw, freak out. My freak says chic. I know, I'm a disco crazed person. I love it though. Who else likes disco? Nobody, right? My son's probably hiding right now. She said disco, I'm out. Yay, Kelly loves disco. So is Sandra. Woohoo, yay, yay. See, I knew y'all were my tribe. Oh, thanks, ladies. You know, I was born in 74, just like way too late, but I think as my mother listened to it, it really, I don't know, I just enjoy it. It's like my happy place. I like all music, but that's like my get up and groove, you know. Heck, even the Rolling Stones went disco for a minute. Everybody did. For like just a minute, though. Okay, don't lock yourself out. Oh my gosh, I keep doing it. Okay, got a little bit of room left here. Maybe. Man, I cannot see. So I'm basically going to be dividing these into sections. I was trying to remove them beforehand, but that was just going to take it forever. So I'm just going to try to eyeball it. It will make sense, I promise. I know it looks crazy now, but yeah, I made a boo-boo. My hand's numb. I'm so much better at pooling. I keep forgetting. Big old section. Okay, so the thicker ones are like the huge sections. And then the thinner ones are maybe some highlights or whatever we're going to put in there. I didn't. I don't have the patience to do this. I'm over here going, what did you do? I already was panicking like before I started here. I'm like, oh boy. It's so pretty though. I see things and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do that one. And then when I sit down to do it, I'm like, what in the world was I thinking? But you can't quit. You just got to try it, right? And you'd be surprised at how they turn out. I did one um, when hold on, let me gather my thoughts. What's her name? Cinnamon Cooney passed away. The art Sherpa. I painted her and I was scared doing it the whole time, but I was really trying to like capture her essence, I guess. She's very colorful. She was very, she always had different colored hair, purples, pinks, and it really came out really beautiful. And I was so happy with it in the end. And I've been trying to get it to her family, but nobody ever answers my emails, texts, messages. But it was a memorial piece I did for her. I think there's a video. There is in the YouTube on that. It's a speed one. It's not a tutorial. It was more like a speed painting. I hate it. My bag's messing up. I don't want it to. So if you get a clog or whatever, take it, squeeze it between your fingers and pull, and it should pull out the plug or whatever. This was the perfect cone. Please don't mess up. Not yet. I'm just doing little knots because my straight lines are terrible, so we're making it look like, braided wrought iron or whatever. Turn it. I might have to make a new cone. All right, I'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay, well, that's one funky looking ear. It's okay. Horns S's pretty much, right? So just do your loops. Okay. If you mess up, grab something while it's wet. It moves around quite easy. As I say that, get your tools. Okay. I didn't make that any better. No, it looks like a candle or something. Oh well, so it's a bendy one, okay? Too funny. Time sure flies, right? Yeah, it's already been an hour. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. I was hoping I'd get it. At least, some color in there. I know this is quite boring for you guys. I really should have probably have this done first, huh? But you guys never get to see this part. The struggle is real. I like to show the good, bad, and the ugly. Not usually on live, but you know, it is what it is. Hi, Luz. I think I'm going to make that the moon. I don't know, because it's kind of weird up there. Okay, Janine, thank you for popping in. Sorry I'm being so quiet tonight. It's kind of a concentrate, don't breathe thing, you know? Sorry, y'all. I promise it's fun. There's just too much going on there, too much gunk. We're getting there. We're so close. I'm gonna call that good on the main. Anyways. Gotta roll my tube again. Okay. We never finished those. Oh well. Pardon me. Dun, 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 dun. Try that again. Well, I have some good news. It's going to be dry enough to paint a little. I don't know why I'm putting a third frame here. I'm going to stop right now. I don't like it. It's okay. I'll have an extra couple lines there. So close. Yay. Forgot to finish these over here. We're almost done. Are you guys excited? Do you want me to do some color? Who wants to see the color? I wasn't gonna pull it through, but it kind of looks unfinished, huh? So I guess I will. That's good. What do you guys think? See anything I missed? Okay, now I gotta go in here and take out a little bit of these waxy lines. Alright, so for the color, I'm going to use glossy shots, and then we're going to use some of the elixirs. I only have 2 of the colors that I made for the Christmas kit. So with these, they have to be stirred. I usually try to send some sort of something for you guys to stir it with. I think there was a snowflake or a something coffee stir in there. I'm just going to grab what's right here, and that works that way too. So you want to get down in there and give it a good stir. Try not to work over your project. Yes, I know I'm doing that, but so once you give it a good stir down there, then you can shake it. Just want to break up that pigment. Roll it off. It's very sticky, so make sure that you put your, what did I do with the lid? Put your mixing sticks or whatever either directly in the trash or in the water, so that you don't, if you want to reuse it, so that you don't ruin them. If you need to thin these out, you can grab either the Glossy Shots top coat or the Satin Shots thinner. Both of those will work. The Satin Shots thinner is a bit thinner than, and I don't recommend you thinning it out in your bottle either, because it could fog up and actually solidify. You just want to thin out as much as you need at a time, right? So this color is like a, oh, this is the one I put a whole bunch of different colors in. So it's like a pearl. This one's like a pinky lavender shift thing. And you don't have to have it perfectly stirred, you know, just till you see the amount of pigment that you want to use. So these ones are going to kind of be like the, you know, the lighter colors out there mixed in. Okay. Forgot about that one. What was I going to put in there? The star, right? All right, so with top coat, I'm going to use just a little bit here. This is my, you know, top coat for the glossy shots, not the UV stuff. It's okay if you get it on the glass because we're going to put some color around there. So I'm also going to use top coat here. Kind of glue it in there now. Cool. I think I'm going to put that right there when I'm done. It's going to be pretty. It's kind of weird. The two snowflakes are pretty close, huh? Probably should have covered that up. I think I will. Bye, flower. Now you're a snowflake. See? You don't have to be a flower if you don't want to be. But I didn't want to do that because now it's like lifted. It's okay. I'll just fill it with glossy shots. Okay, while that's wet, I'm going to hit it with, what color do I want in there? Come on, really? I'm going to have to mix some of these colors. I lost the one I needed. Okay, and this is turquoise glossy shots. These right here, make sure when you take these off of your paint, you cut them and open them because little things, beaks and legs and parts get stuck in them, little animals. Don't want that. Give these a good shake too, or roll. I know it says roll to mix, don't shake, but you can shake. It's just the bubble thing is the reason I say don't shake. All right, I'm gonna put some in there. I'm probably gonna have a couple of dishes. Here's some black. Crazy black, keep it away from everything else. Some blue, regular blue. Some purple. Thank you, Jennifer, so much. Thank you all, but everybody who's out there working today. Thank you, everyone. And thank you all for coming and watching, obviously. I'm such a ding dong. Okay, red and red. Oh, neon red and regular red. Okay, we want pink. There we go. Neon pink, a little bit, right? Neon red has kind of pink, some pink in it, so. Make sure you put your caps on back when you take them off, because if you get the wrong colors on the wrong things, then you get to fix, you know, it'll put color inside your, and that's no fun. All right, there's no green in there. I need orange and regular yellow. Oh, lovely. Glad that was for me. If you guys ever get one without a tip, you let me know, okay? There's no top on that. Husband. It's okay. Sometimes it makes it easier to stir, but makes it a mess in your bottle. Oh, Connie, that sounds good. I don't even know what it is, but it sounds good. All those things, I like all those things. You're speaking my language, darling. All right, let's start with these and see where we go. So I'm going to use you can use disposable eyeliner brushes, which is what I recommend, because this stuff dries fast and you don't want to go through your own brushes real fast. Disposable eyeliner brushes, for sure. Okay, I'm going to start up here. I'm going to mix a little blue and black. Oh yeah, this is going to take a lot. Then as we come down, we'll start adding, you know, the lighter colors of blue, and you just kind of pull them together and they do their thing on their own. You don't even have to stress about it. You can actually do it right from the bottle if you're brave enough, you know. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, I'll just start mixing here. I want to make sure it touches all the edges before it dries. Don't be afraid to drop color in if you want to change it. It actually makes some really cool effects too. If you drop different colors in, you can do little spots and dots and all kinds of fun things. Let me start going from the bottom here. Okay, I'm going to take the black, which is very, very black, so I urge you to be very careful. Kind of dot it up around the top. Isn't it getting pretty already? Okay, I'm going to try to change this into purple, maybe. No, I need the other blue first. Let's do this one. When you use it from the bottle, you get bubbles, so it's really better not to, but I know y'all are getting tired. Just make sure to pop all your bubbles. I don't want to paint my snowflake. I was going to put them in after, but Glossy Shots to me is very satisfying to work with. I love how it moves around and self levels and does all the, pretty much does the work for you. You just drop it in there and it goes. Yeah. And it's really pretty on other projects too. If you want to use it on a regular Santorini, you can do stained glass. I do a lot of that too. Like outline it just like I'm doing here and plop it right on to the rock, and it works beautiful there too. Of course, it's not transparent. I mean, it's transparent, but you can't see through the rock, so you're not going to really have a stained glass look, but you can't see through this either. Hmm. I think I'm losing my snowflake. What do you think so far? Quite pretty, huh? All right, I'm also going to use some purple. If you spill it over the edge, grab it before it spreads. Okay. I'm going to move into the pink and then red. I got a little too close there. I think I might mix it with the red soon. Let's see. I know it looks like pink, but it's actually red neon. But I'm going to use red in a minute. All right, red, it's your turn. And then you get the sunset. Ta-da! Thank you. Thanks, guys. 2 hours. Oh my goodness. Go. Okay, we're going to be pulling in some orange and yellow. And they do dry fast, so if you go to pick it up and it's thick, just stir. If it's too thick, either get new or use the top coat to thin it or thinner. So I'm just going to work on this side for right now, and then all right, clean the brush and go into the yellow. And then right at where they connect, you can just back and forth with it. It's kind of ombreing it. Okay, I'm just going to go directly into the red. Trying to figure out where it goes. Get in gear. Oh, shit. Shoot. Sorry. Shoot. That's what I said, Mama. Oh, sorry, my mouth. Forgive me, please. Oops. No laughing. It's fixable. Thankfully, had it not been dry enough, this wouldn't be working. You distinctly heard shoot. I love you. Thank you, friend. I love it. You know your friends when your girls got your back. What? I didn't hear. No. I keep telling my husband he's hearing things because I don't know where it comes from. I don't. It just come. Whoop, there it is, right out my mouth before I even. I don't even. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. There's a little something living inside my brain. It takes over. Yes, yes. If you're asking yourselves, did this girl? Yes, I ate many a bar of soaps as a young one. My mother couldn't break me young. Oh, here, she almost did it again. Ooh, I'm gonna throw this one away as soon as I'm done here. It's danger, danger. Now we're gonna try to fix it with the yellow. There's lots of bubbles. You can pop them with a bigger, fluffier brush. If all else fails, grab your neon yellow. That will change things quickly. They dry pretty fast. These glossy shots, probably in a few hours, it would be dry enough to. I wouldn't like seal it for a few days. you know, because it gets a skin on it like most things do. And so underneath it won't be dry, but see that's what I'm talking about. That's yellow. Yellow. It's like a green yellow neon color. But it does bring the light if you're trying to make it look like, you know, sunset, sunrise, fire, whatever. And I don't recommend doing what I'm doing unless you're very confident, because like you just saw, it can get out of control quickly. I don't know what it is about yellow that bubbles so much compared to the other colors, but even neon does it. Okay, bring some blue back in there. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. I don't know what color I want to do the flowers. I'm not really digging the crystally look, but the whole horse is like a big crystal horse, so I guess it makes sense. They look like poinsettias, though. I'm trying to mix up a little bit of dark because I missed some spots up there. On both sides. I think I got them. I think. Woohoo! All right, let's look at a little bit of this unicorn stuff. Oh my gosh, I didn't even get there, right? You're like, whoa. Okay, hang on. Let me put the caps on everything and then. Let's see, I want this dude. So I think I'm going to use these for like the base color. So I'll put that in the middle. So it's really like got a lot of ethereal light in there. You can see it. Okay, that will be sort of what we're gonna use like a base color. And then the ones, man, they're also dang pretty. The ones in the Valentine's Day kit. Where's the red? There's the red. Ooh, red, so pretty. I'm not going to use that one right here, but it's very pretty. This one definitely is going on here. And these have inner seals. I don't like it when my stuff leaks, so you just gotta grab it and pull. I made them bigger so you guys could get them off easier. This has amazing, great pigment in it that's very shimmery, not glitter, but bigger particle, you know what I mean? So it makes an impact when you want to have some sparkle. Here. And you can mix these with any of the glossy shots, any of the satin shots. They work all back and forth together very well. So like you can use like the Marble Sky is a good one. This is a satin shot, which works great. Now with these, you gotta use your pokey tool to stir. So you stick it down in there. If it's hard, just force it, get in there. And then once it's at the bottom, stir it around. It will work, I promise. And then when you pull it out, you want to pull it out over somewhere else because it does plop out. Then put your cap back on it and turn it upside down and roll. Warm it up. Good. All right. Got Marble Sky. And these are thicker because they have a powder pigment in them. And that's what the thinner is about. The satin shots thinner. See how thick that is? So you can add a little bit of that. Oh, yeah. You gotta want to put your top on your dang thing so you don't clog it. That's the other tool. There's a needle in there. You can unclog tips. Anyways, you can thin it quite a bit without losing any of the beauty. I don't even care if they mix together because they're going to mix together in a minute. Okay, we're going to start with these three colors. And a little bit, well, shoot, might as well go for it, right? I need the purple and this pink. I realize it's late. If y'all are not feeling it anymore, I get it. I think I'm going to hang out and try to finish it. That way it's in one video. But don't feel like you have to stay on team. I know you guys have lives. It's okay. Hope everything's okay, Deborah. This might be my favorite color in this whole thing. The Valentine's Day. Oh, look at that. So pretty. Pink party. Pink party. I don't remember naming it, but it did. It's a pink party. Really? Did I name it that? I sure did. Alrighty. I must have been asleep that day. And I don't like the flip top, so I actually leave this seal on it so it doesn't open. Because I like to work right out of the bottle. Most of the time the flip tops don't work with any of my stuff. I realize they have flip tops, but the flip tops are less expensive than regular tops. Go figure. Why, I don't know. I'm using way more than you need to use here. Okay, remember the stuff dries fast, so don't go too bananas. Okay, I'm going to start with pink at the bottom. Where, oh where? It helps that this is it's already got some beautiful iridescent shimmery stuff going on in the background tiles. I'm going right over the black. You shouldn't do that with these because they are chameleon and they will, they'll show up really, really bright on that. So don't do that. Okay, I'm going to mix the blue in here. Actually, I'm going to use some of this first so that it's not so dark when I put it in there. Some of the base, which one was that? Pixie. No. I don't know what it's called. It's from the first one. Mine don't have a label. And if you do get it on the black, don't worry, you can go with the black pen when you're done. You don't have to like use the whole dimensional thing again. Just go with a black paint pen. Maybe not a Posca because it's too matte. This is kind of glossy, but you can use Posca and then just go over it with top coat and gloss it up, you know. So I'm really not being careful anymore. I done convinced myself. Right. Get some of the purple in there. Ooh, might need some thinner in that one, huh? I know you guys can't see what it's doing yet because I don't have it in the right angle of light. I'm bringing it up so you guys can see. Isn't it gorgeous? Remember, I'm going to go back over the black with a pen, so I ain't tripping. I think some of this down here is supposed to have some of that sun in there, but. Actually, I'll come back to that in a little bit. I'll grab a bit of the neon blue and some pink and purple. And pop those around to get the deeper colors. If it's too goopy and there's too much, just roll some out. Wipe it on a towel and put back in what you want. Oh yeah, I forgot this one. This, oh, this is so pretty. Smitten. Oops. Stir, sorry, off to the side here. I can't wait until you guys could see this like in a regular picture because they show it so much better. This is too much fun. Thank you. I love it too. Oops. Ooh, cool effect. Okay, so let me see if I can show it to you in a bigger space. Let's do. What do I want to do? Oh, I see a big old chunk I missed too of the sky. Darn it, right there. See that? Oh, yep, that's how I roll. Thanks, Jen. Aw, thank you. So, like, you can put your darker color in, the blue, and then take the lighter color and drop it into it and then pull, and it gives you like the striation because it's displacing the color. So, like, in the, I really like it like this. I don't know if you can see it, but messy. It kind of happens when you're painting in the air, holding your picture up in the air. What's that? Mm. I don't know. Trust the process, right? Of course. Hi, Glenda. Yeah, you can rewatch it, hon. Always. After it's over, you can replay. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm fixing to get... If I don't get kicked off. Even if I get kicked off, I'll pop back on and finish it. No sorries. It's okay. So I'm just using corresponding colors to shade, do the shading part, you know, where it might be darker. Sorry, I get quiet when I'm concentrating. My bad. I'm not the most perfect person for live entertainment. And when it dries, it'll kind of flatten out a bit. See how the other, like the yellow and all of this is drying nice and flat. Gives you that neat stained glass window look. And then all of this, I'll be going back with the pen over the top of the liner to give it the definition back, because I'm not being very careful. I think I might stop like here. I'm just gonna finish these little pieces here, and then we'll do the face on another day. I hear my husband out there. Notice I'm not even caring if I put the wrong color in the wrong space, because it's all kind of doing its own thing, and it's supposed to be kind of galaxy-ish, but I don't know about that. Okay, I'm gonna do one more thing, finish the sky down here, and maybe fix that one piece up there, and then I'm stopping. I promise. Phew! Ooh, everybody take a drink. Get a sip. That'll be good enough, even though it's not perfect. What color should we do the horn when I do it? Later. Okay, gotta use red and down at the bottom in the spaces I missed. Oh yeah, real red, not that red. And some yellow. Okay. Yay, I fixed it. Put the light back in there. Gosh, every time I look up at it, I want to keep going. It's killing me. Gold? Yeah? Okay, let's do the horn. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the gold from... Yes, pot of gold. I think mine's in here. Yes. This has to be thinned out so that I can use it in there. I'm actually going to use... Dun, 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 jump out at me. There we go. Moonstruck. Actually, this is part of the Valentine's Day. Can you see that? How pretty. Oh, look, here's the colors. This is Moonstruck right here. Right here. Aren't they really pretty? Sorry, it stuck to my paper. Those colors are from the Valentine's Day one. Which I want to put this in the moon all by itself, and then we'll use it in the horn. Holy cow, that's pretty. Wow. Okay, this stuff is really thick, your pot of gold, and it can be thin to do some really amazing things. You can use just water with it and thin it out for like text, writing, calligraphy stuff. This is just water I just dripped over here. And it has these large shimmery bits in there. Oh, so pretty. Okay, that looks about right for the horn. I did not get my horn straight, did I? Maybe I could fix it with a pen. Yeah, I'm just going to do that and then fix it with a pen. Maybe it'll help straighten it out. I don't know. What about the eye? What color is the unicorn eye? It could be any color. This one has blue. This is kind of boring. Need some of this gold. The poor unicorn with the bendy horn. Ooh, I see bubbles. No, I don't like that. shame on me for not fixing those, and now it's too late. Okay, well, we'll have to put rhinestones on top of them. There's a fix for everything, I tell you. Okay, so next time I gotta do flowers, the face, and then finish the mane, and then touch up the black. In the meantime, I'm gonna go through here and put rhinestones on top of all these levels while this is still wet. But I'm not gonna make you guys sit through that. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me these 3 hours tonight. Y'all are awesome. Awesome, awesome sauce. My plan is to be on next Wednesday. I'm not making any promises anymore, ever. But I will plan to be there Wednesday. And I guess we'll finish this one. We'll go ahead and get it done. And then we'll move on to a new project the following week. What do you think? Does that sound good? Thanks, y'all. Thank you so much. All right, don't forget, if you have not seen the Valentine's Day, ooh, I'm bad. I told you guys I was going to swatch it. Do you want me to swatch it, or do you want me to just swatch it and then post it? What do you want me to do? Sorry, guys. All right, I'll swatch it and post the new colors in the Valentine's Day set. If you haven't ordered yours and you plan on ordering it, PM me right away, because they are going fast and my phone has been blowing up while I've been on live. So I'm pretty sure we're close to sold out, at least on the big kit, because I was at 18 already and there's only 24. So okay, wait, now I have 3 swatch. Okay, crud. Okay, we're gonna swatch. Not that I don't mind swatching, I just hate that I said I was going. All right, let's swatch. Swatch we do. Okie dokie. We could do it. I always forget how this thing works. And Nita got me this cool pen, and yeah, I can never make it work. All right, we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Scrub it on there. All right, these 3 are the Heart Trio, and these have been used because I have to use them to test them. And I think I did them on live last week or something. Showed y'all them. And then there's a pipette around here somewhere that you should use to put the water on your paint. Oh my gosh, it's buried somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, I see it. I found it. Yay. Depending on how you want them is the amount of water you put on them. I'm going to go ahead and activate the other set here so that it's getting ready while I'm watching this one. I don't think I brought the other paint in here. Oopsie. Okay. So I'm going to do a little wet on my paper so you can see how it travels in that. We'll start with this one. And this has like a pretty blue fleck shift in it that can really be seen on black better. Let me find my black. On the black, you can see the blue flake in there. And the sizzle. Not pretty. And on white, when it dries, you can see the blue flake quite nicely. So when this dries, you'll be able to see what it actually looks like. It's better when you do your watercolors if you get them completely saturated and then leave them alone for like 5 minutes or so and let them do their thing so that you can just dive in and not have to do all this scrubbing that I'm doing. It's a lot less damaging to your watercolor. Not damaging to the color, but to the actual form of your paint. All right, red. Oh, I think the red's my favorite always, but red has like cool, really awesome gold flake in it. They all have gold flake, but this one has some additional flake that's out of this world. It's almost like rainbow flake, but the gold is like kapow. I used a ton of water so we could get the flakes moving, but I'll do it also in a, so you can see the sizzle. I'll do a more concentrated color too. All right, and then on white, oops, I forgot to do that. This is lots of water. This is plain water. I like watching the wet on wet version. I love watercolor painting with the wet on wet technique. And then it's kind of like paint pouring to me. You know, you can do all kinds of crazy little designs with it. But when this one dries, it's so much prettier than when it is wet, I think. I think they all are way prettier dry than wet. Okay. And this one is like pink. Twinkle. Ugh, my favorite. Oh my god. Ooh, yeah. Hello, that's just I want to do the whole piece of paper. Oh, you guys didn't even get to see it. Sorry, I'm all off camera. Look at that. Whew, so pretty. I wish you could see this. It never does it justice on camera. Never. It is just the sparkliest thing ever. Sorry, my water's getting dirty. But so pretty. All right, let's get to the regular ones. Let me get another piece of paper, and we'll check these. We'll check back in on these when they're dry, so you can see that flake coming out in that. I think you'll be able to see it. I'll have to turn the flash off so you guys can get a true. I don't know if it's truer with it on or off, but it looks completely different. That red to you guys, or at least on my screen, it almost looks like a china red, and it's really not. I mean, it kind of has a little bit of orange in it, but it's not as crazy china red as it is up on the screen. You know what I'm talking about, the like china red lipstick color. All right, let's look at these. This one is similar, but oh, so much more pigmented. Boom. And that's why these are more expensive, because they have like really, really expensive pigments in them. These little ones. I mean, that's like just drawing with blood. No, not blood, but isn't that crazy that watercolor is like that? So red. Let's see this one on black. Yeah. And that's really watery. They have flake in them too, so it'll look a little grainy against these microfine particles, but when it dries, it's so pretty. Right, that's the red and the pink. Oh, I just put that right in there. How about that? It's a beautiful bubblegum pink with more twinkles than a person can stand. I'm moving it so you can see the sizzle. Maybe. Right. This is like a coppery red. It has a lot of pink in it too. Such a cool color. Has like a magenta kick to it. I actually combined a plum chameleon shift, which has like a brown base to it, with a pink, and came up with this crazy. right? It's so different. It's not coral. It's so crazy what color it looks like up there. Hopefully I'll be able to get some pictures of it so you guys can see it better. They look, to me, they look terrible up in that light. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it does feel vintagey very much, Jen. All right, this purple one is, oh, gosh, it's so cool. It's, I don't even know how to explain this one. Ta-da! I don't know, is there such a... Ethereal comes to mind. Again, it's in my late... I love the word when I'm dealing with unicorn stuff. And I can't get unicorns out of my head. So we did Christmas and Valentine's Day with unicorns. Look at that. That has some... brings some sizzle, right? Has a blue pop. And it's very galaxy to me. Here it is on white. Did I miss? No, I didn't. I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. What am I missing? Oh boy, where does the other color? Oh no, I got it. Oh my gosh, it's right in my head. This is the one I missed. This red, and then I gotta do that one. This is technically not a red, it's like a raspberry. And it glows. Oh my gosh, it glows so pretty in the black light. But that is, just ignore what you're seeing on screen. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's just torturing me. All right, this. Oh, I was going to show you the. I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the light on, but so you can see the difference between these two reds. Boom, glow. Hello, Blacklight Club. I don't know. And then nothing. Yes, glow. Nothing. Boom, boom. See on black? Yay. Let's do this one that turns such a pretty color. I know it looks black right now, but I just like getting this one activated because it's like the most beautiful deep purple Bordeaux-y color. The darkest grapes from Napa. The peanut. I don't know. They're dark. Noir. So pretty. And this one has holographic in it. So I don't know if you'll see it now or when it dries, but it always looks grainy when it's wet. But when they dry, they look better. Oh, heck, that one's so beautiful black. Wow. Oh. I might just, maybe I'll make some makeup with this one. These are all cosmetic grade pigment, so I technically could. Look at that bad boy. All right, let me give them a dry with a little dryer here, and then I dripped something, a little something here. Okay, so here they are dry on. Now you should be able to see them really well. See what I mean between the difference between wet and dry? There, now you can see all that hollow. That's what the flash on. Let's turn flash off and see what it looks like. Sometimes flash off, you get a better. Maybe not this time. And earlier, I had a swatch of my glitter whips, and I don't know where I put that either. Oh, I found it. Okay, here's the glitter whips that are in the set. So this one is a bonus, and all of the kits get those except for the dot card, because it goes in an envelope mailer. This one is amazing. Oh, let me turn the flash back on. Or you might be able to see the shift here without it. But things are always better with flash sometimes. Anyways, this is a black, microfine black with chunky red and then black hollow stars in there. It's so cool. This one's called Love Bite. I don't remember. First Crush, I think. Or First Crush. This one's First Crush. I don't remember what I named that one, but everybody's getting one except for the dot card. And this is in the deluxe kit. And the Love Bite, look at that. Isn't that a cool chameleon? Just beautiful. This one is in the Galentine's kit. And I do them like this so you can see them like thick. Like if you just were to like put it on full on thick, that's what you get. That kind of, sorry, gross, huh? All right, so that's that. I don't have the shimmer shots. You guys want to give me a second? I'll go grab them. Why not? We're already, 4 hours into it. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, you guys really need to see the shimmer shots. And that's the other spots that I can't find that I do have hidden. The problem is I was walking around with them earlier showing them to some people, and then who knows where I set them down, right? This one was made with Katie Thompson in mind. She made this set a few years ago called Bohemian. Do you remember that? Bohemian something. And it had this really pretty pink in it. So I was trying to, oh, I'm still trying to get the, it's off. Lock is already in the line. So I'm actually not going to open that. I don't know. I hold the seal off because okay, yes I am. I thought I had one up there. Lock is an acrylic, and it's a fluid matte. Gorgeous. It's a beautiful, sorry, fluid matte. It's a perfect Valentine's Day color. If you guys don't know Lock, this was part of Halloween kit last year or the year before. It was Nightmare Before Christmas. Anyway, so we'll let that dry. So pretty. Sorry, I just want to keep painting. All right, that's Lock. Everybody got one of those. The rest of these are brand new. That one, it's perfect for Valentine's Day. There's no reason to mess up perfect. This one is Pretty in Pink. Shimmer shot. And the reason they're shimmer shots is they're hybrid between watercolor and acrylic binders. So while you can reactivate them minimally after they dry for a long time, usually they're like acrylic and don't move, but you can use them like watercolor or like acrylic, however you want. So I have a wet brush, a watercolor brush, and I'm sort of dragging it out like watercolor over here. Or you can do it full. That would be more like an acrylic. We'll let that dry. So this is a pink and a pink with a pink gold shimmer, which you won't see until it dries. This one is such a cool color. It's so unique. It's a brown pink, right? I don't know. A pink was in my brain this year, and I just don't think it's going to show as beautiful as it is on camera, but let's see. Such a cool color. No, it's not even showing you guys the pink. I can see so much pink sparkle, and it's not showing hardly anything up there, is it? Anybody see the pink? And then I'm going to scrub out the middle so you can see the watercolor effect too. Again, when they dry, you'll be able to see all these things I'm talking about. And this one, oh, sorry. Is called Golden Blush, and it's the most delicate, beautifulest golden pink. Yep, there I said it again, golden pink. And it looks peach, but it has so much pink in it. I totally am using the wrong brush for this. Sorry, let me grab them. So that's the watercolor effects over here. I'm going to add a little another drop over there because I kind of scrubbed it out with the wrong brush. Brushes matter, like when you're using my products. So like shimmer shots, depending on how you want them to look. If you want them to look like watercolor, use a watercolor brush. If you want them to look like acrylic, use an acrylic brush. If you use a watercolor brush lightly, it can look like acrylic. All right, let's dry these. All right, look at all that. Isn't that a unique color? Let's flash on, flash off. Get that. Sorry, that bump. Pink. Actually isn't showing the. There we go. That's lock. And this one, look how pretty. Get my nasty finger out of there. See the delicate pink in there? But watch, there's more. I don't have a special liquid gel in here, and I'm not going to show you anyways because it's kind of a surprise for you guys. It's the mystery gift, so I'm not going to show you. But like if you wanted to use a glossy shot on, or whatever you want to call it, glossy shot, unicorn, elixir, satin shot with like another coat like red, you know. See, make sure you rinse your brushes really well because once they dry, this will ruin them if they're not clean. This is a you know, it's pretty sticky stuff in it. Dries hard and permanent. So if you get it on your clothes, wash them out right away. It is water-based, obviously. Soap and water will clean it up while it's wet. If it dries, game on. I dare you to try to get it out. Though Dawn Power Wash does some pretty amazing things, and I just love watching it take off Sharpie. Permanent marker. You spray it on, it just disappears. It's so crazy. Anyways, like if you wanted to use something like this on top of lock, just look at that. So pretty. I didn't get to show you guys this one. Let me show you. Do I have anything? This will work. So if you were doing some sort of project with I really hate that you can't see the twinkles on camera. Oh, there you can. Isn't that gorgeous? But more than that, you guys didn't even see that. I don't know how I got off camera. There you go. Get that on the lock. So pretty. Anyways, that's pretty much the colors. There's a couple of other things in the kit that I'm not showing, but I think you guys are really in for a treat here. So don't forget to send me your messages. I quit looking about 20 minutes before I jumped on, so if you've sent me a message after 7, chances are I haven't seen it. So I will get it. I just haven't seen it yet. All right, guys. I will see you soon. I'll be talking to you all soon anyways. Good night. Take care.